Hi everyone, today I'm going to make top ramen egg drop soup, and I've already pre-chopped my ingredients. I'm adding approximately 1 tablespoon of olive oil to saute the vegetables in. Here I have 1 chopped green onion, a chopped carrot, some chopped garlic, some chopped ginger, and I had 3 small little tomatoes in my garden. I'm just gonna throw that in. Now I'm just gonna scoop everything into the pan, the green onion, carrots, garlic, and ginger, and let that saute a bit. And I want to get the carrots a little tender before I put the water in. I love to make this recipe, which I always change up a little bit, so you can of course add the ingredients that you like. But when I have a cold especially, or sinus issues, I don't know, I make this soup and the next day I feel so good. It seems that the combination of everything in this pan here, including the seasonings that I'm going to put in, seems to build up my immune system. As I'm sauteing this, I'm constantly moving everything around in the pan because I don't want anything to burn. Once everything's tender, I pour 3 cups of water into the pan. And then I bring to a boil. While you're bringing to a slow boil, you can go ahead and start adding some seasonings. I'm going to be adding this Italian seasoning, and you just add what you like, the amount that you like. I just like to add a dash of a lot of seasonings because, again, it brings a lot of flavor and it also seems to have a lot of health benefits for me. And I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary, not much, just a tiny dash. And I'm have a big spice rack, a turntable one, and so I'm just getting a lot of the spices that I like. Adding some onion powder. I'm adding about 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Here's some turmeric. Just gonna add a little bit of that, which has great health benefits. Some ground cumin. A little bit of thyme. Again, these are the seasonings that I like. You can add any seasonings that you want. Curry powder. I like to add curry, has a lot of health benefits and a lot of great flavor. And I like to add 1 bay leaf. You don't have to do this, but I love the flavor that a bay leaf brings to the broth. Okay, and just slowly stir that. And then I'm going to be getting my egg ready. I'm going to be scrambling 1 egg and dropping that into the soup. I'm keeping an eye on my carrots. I want to make sure my carrots get cooked all the way through. So now it's coming to a boil, so I'll be adding the top ramen pasta. I'm using the top ramen chicken flavor, the Nissan brand. And I'm going to be putting in the seasoning packet first and stirring that really well. And when I'm stirring, I can just feel the granules on the bottom, so I just want to stir it, make sure that it dissolves in the water all the way, because otherwise it could burn on the bottom of the pan. You don't have to use a frying pan like this. You can use a quart pot, but I decided to use this pan since I was sauteing everything. Top ramen is pretty forgiving. You can use all kinds of different things in it. As I'm stirring around, I'm getting that bay leaf in there too, so the flavors from the bay leaf get into the broth. I'm going to go ahead and take the bay leaf out now. Or actually, I'm sorry, I'm checking to see, make sure that the carrot is cooked all the way through. Looks good. And now I'm going to add the top ramen pasta on one side of the pan. And then I'll be dropping the egg, scrambled egg, on the other half of the pan. But I'll need to flip over the noodles because I want to make sure that both sides cook evenly. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to get my other little things that I have. There you go, flip them over. There I go. Now I'm taking the bay leaf out because I don't want that to get into my egg mixture. So one side of the top ramen cooked, so now I'm getting the other side cooked as well. And now I'm going to be preparing the egg. Just scrambling the egg there. I used 1 egg. You could use as many eggs as you like. I probably could have used 2 eggs, but I had eggs for breakfast, so I'm just going to use 1 egg. And then I'm just going to pour it on the side there, and I just keep stirring it. That way it doesn't, harden in one clump. And I just keep stirring it around, and it's coming out really well. Just lightly stir it. I'm trying not to scratch the bottom of the pan because I know you're not supposed to use metal utensils, but I just thought this would be good for the egg. So I'm just, as it's cooking, I just make sure that it's stirring around, so you can see it's in the broth evenly. I use both the white and the yellow yolk. Some people just like to use the white. That's up to you. Now at this point, I need to spread the noodles out so they can cook. At this point, the noodles are al dente, so if that's the way you like your noodles, then this would be the time to turn the stove off and pour it into a bowl. But I like my noodles cooked a little bit more. And I'm just gonna get the egg mixture in with the noodles. And it smells so good. You can smell the ginger and the garlic and the onion and all the seasonings. One time when I wasn't feeling well, I put a towel over my head and I just started breathing the broth, when I had a cold. And it opened up my sinuses, especially with the curry and everything in there. This is like the perfect soup to eat if you have a cold. It really opens up your sinuses. This is a cheap meal to make, and it's healthy. You got protein, you have your vegetables, you have the herbs and the spices. And I actually got 2 bowls out of this. Okay, so I got my tongs and I'm gonna put the noodles in the bowl first. And then I'll get my ladle and scoop out the broth and the veggies and pour it on top. But in real life, I would probably, if it wasn't on camera, I'd probably pour the whole thing into the bowl. So this depends on how hungry you are. And there you go. You see the cooked carrots and the onion and the egg, and you can just smell the aroma of the ginger and the garlic. So now I'm going to start digging in, and there's some egg. It smells so good. That was so good. I'm going to eat another bowl. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more recipes and gardening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.